Yo, Tuesday night, man. Ross and Risky. I'm still a little jet lagged. What's poppin', man? I still got my LA hat on.
Y'all call that a fight.
What's going on?
We in here, man. We in here. We got playoffs. Things are happening, Ross. Things in the NBA and the playoffs are happening. Some stuff is unexpectedly happening to me. But we'll get to my issues I've had so far with the playoffs. What's good with you, my dude? Everything all right?
Man, everything good, man. I'm over here feeling good, man. I'm feeling like Truth Teller need to be my name, man.
Oh shit.
I'm feeling like the real Truth Teller in here. Shout out H-Town, all the people tapping in today.
Yeah.
H is up today.
And you know what's crazy? No, I might not get that. I might tell you how to tell you offline. I'll tell you offline. I won't go there right now. I'll tell you offline. But anyway, we in here, man. Let's go. We talking all things so far in the first round. A lot to react to. We got the Clippers and the Nuggets tied at 1 apiece. They've played two of the best play. Well, not two of. They've played the best two playoff games thus far. Have both been Clippers and Nuggets. I think that's fair to say. At this point, Grizzlies and Thunder playing right now. Thunder absolutely destroyed the Grizzlies in the first game. What was it, like 50-something points they won by?
Yeah, won by 50.
Came out and just made a statement. The East, Cleveland won game 1. We'll see what they do for game 2. The Bucks are currently down 1-0 in the series, and right now they're down 12 points to the Pacers as they play on NBA TV. It's never a good look when you have a player as good as Giannis on your team and you consistently have games on NBA TV. I'm just put that out there. That's never a good look. The Celtics and the Magic, it was a good that game was close through basically 3 quarters. Mm-hmm. The third quarter was relative, and then they opened it up. You know what I'm saying? Pause, and it got away from them. But the Magic showed me though that okay, they ain't too far away moving forward. Then the big 3 of the games. One, let's start with the one that we were both right about. Let's start there before we get to the 2 that I was to this point completely wrong about. But the one that we were both right about, Knicks Pistons. Knicks Pistons. We talked about that series going into it and saying, when even before the bracket was like finally, we were like, hey, this Knicks Pistons 6-3. This is a real matchup. Mm-hmm. And after game 1, a lot of people were like, oh man, the Knicks good. We got this. And man, that boy, Cade Cunningham, this might be his coming out.
Hearing the truth. And I love, like we talked about it, that was going to be a fight. You know what I'm saying? And I love the intensity. They was in the Garden that first game. It looked like, okay, maybe the light's too bright in the Garden. Stephen A was on there talking that craziness. And then game 2, we saw Cade. Cade showed up. He showed out. I love the Thompson twin over there. He ain't got as much love this year as his brother, but the way he plays, like we talked about it, some of them guys on the Pistons that we kind of counted out, the Dennis Schroeders, the Malik Beasleys.
Yeah, the big shots.
Like they coming up big for him. So, yeah, I feel like that's like when they say styles make fights, you a boxing guy. That right there, like both of their styles, we're gonna be aggressive. We may not be the best offensively. The Knicks probably got a little bit more offensively, but like the Pistons, hey, they ain't backing down. So I love them. Behind the Clippers and the Nuggets, that might be the most entertaining series so far.
Yeah, no, it has, and it got excuse me. And we'll see how it goes. But I think going to Detroit now, tied 1 up, that crowd is going to be going crazy. And you know how this goes. Refs, because of the crowd, they may let the Pistons play a little even more physical at home. It may become a little bit more physical. You know what I mean? And so we'll see. In that series. Now back to the West series. Go ahead.
Real quick on that series, I think Cat has got to establish himself. Like, it can't be Brunson's the best player in the next night Cunningham's the best player. Cat's gotta be dominant. The Pistons, they got Jalen Duren, they got Isaiah Stewart. Cat's gotta dominate both of them. And really, like, this is why you came to the East. This is why you came to the Knicks. The Knicks only gonna go as far as Cat gonna take them.
But how long are we gonna keep saying that though, Ross? About Cat. Cat will be 30 years old in November. He is who he is at this point. I don't think that there's gonna be something that happens. If it would have happened, it would have happened at 25. It would have happened at 26. It would have happened at 27. It would have happened at 28. Like, when are we? Cat is who he is. He is who he is. He's never going to do. I don't believe it. Listen, I'm happy if he can prove me wrong, but I don't think that he's ever going to do what you just said, what people like me and you have been saying for years based on his talent and what he can do, his skill set. Best center shooting big man of all time, right? Can flat out shoot the ball. He can post up. He got a mid-range game. He can play defense when he wants to. He can rebound. But I mean, my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ant was waiting for him. Everybody been waiting for him. So I don't know, man. We got to have a conversation, I guess, about John Calipari Biggs. I don't know.
John Calipari Biggs?
Yeah, his guard is with it. His guard is with the shit. But Calipari Biggs, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. It was me. It was me. My bad.
Okay. But Calipari Biggs, they great numbers, great players. No disrespect.
And now that we think about it, like, so you saying like the AD, the Cat, one thing they all got in common, they're a little soft. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm just saying like I don't even want to use the word soft. They just never, even I'll throw Boogie in there. They just never take that next, like everything, like you look at the numbers and you can't complain, but it's never like that. Like Giannis took another step. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
you saying like
built up and then he took another step.
They all so talented. Probably if you look at them, they all got even a little bit more in the bag with the athleticism.
Yeah.
Like they never could solidify themselves top 5. Like we wanted to say AD was pushing the top 5, but he never quite like, all right, I'm here.
Exactly. That's my
kind of like how Ant has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ant is in a position, want to or not. Well, I don't know. He got to stop some of this stuff with the baby mamas. But other than that, Ant's going to be in a position based on like the game, his flair and all that. And he also got to stop some of the stuff. Listen, I don't want to hate on Ant, but it's going to be some stuff that he's just going to have to stop. It just
talking
is.
To the fans, you saw that?
I don't mind him talking to the fans, but it's a way that you can talk to the fans though, right? Like,
crazy.
Because he's talking reckless to the fans. So let's get to it, man. My Lakers right now, currently down 0-1, and it's scary that they down 0-1. Not because had they lost and Ant went for 48, hit a tough shot down the stretch to win the game, I could have said, you know what, man? Hey, he got it. Is he going to have 3 more games like that? Well, then, hey, we'll shake his hand. Ant didn't even really have that good of a game. Forget that. He did not have a great game.
Yeah, like 19.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game at all, and they didn't need it. They didn't need it. LeBron looked lethargic. Luka was Luka. Nobody else. I mean, I don't know. My AR, are you good? Shit looked like a BB gun in game 1. And I got to give you props. You said that they was going to lock him down. You said that we got some boys over here that's going to lock, and they took him out, in my opinion. They took him. I'm not putting this on AR because I'm going to get back to LeBron. But they definitely took AR. It looked like, I don't know.
I said they got a white boy over there with a fade from Philly. You feel me?
It didn't look good.
There can only be one of us, and I'm the one.
And don't get it twisted now. I said on a Thursday show, I said, because of everything I was hearing in the media, I said, I don't think. Because at first I was on my, let me not even say his name right now. He got too much going on. But I was on my Lakers in 5 talk. I'll just put it that way. I was on my Lakers in 5 talk.
Shots fired.
And then I came out. Remember on Thursday, I said it's not going to be 5. It's going to be at least 6. Just because.
Yeah, you said you didn't like everybody picking the Lakers.
Yeah, that shit is that shit. I'm on my Skip Bayless to the point of that shit gets a little jinxy. It's like, okay, why is everybody? And it was like it's going to be easy. I'm like, Cat is the best player in this series. I mean, I'm sorry. I believe Ant is I think Luka's the best player, but Ant is the most explosive player in the series. And I got a lot of concerns now. They play tonight. I have confidence they're going to even this thing up. But I got to be honest with you, though, Ross. If they lose tonight, the Lakers are losing in round 1. That's it. Even if it goes 7, even if it goes to 7, the Lakers are losing in round 1.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron got enough in the tank.
He does not. No. If they lose tonight, that means what they would have to do now is win the next. They would have to win 4 out of what's that, 5.
Right. So I just want everybody to know I came out here and said I thought Minnesota was gonna win both in LA, and they're on their way to doing that. If you want to for sure bet, hey, I just give spoilers. That's what we say over here. I just give spoilers. So Minnesota on their way. But for real though, it was crazy because Ant didn't have such a good game. But what made him have a good game to me, and why I overlooked the bad shooting, he made the right play every time, even when he wasn't shooting the ball well. And I think to the young players, to just like basketball where it's going, that right there has got to be highlighted. Like Ant got into the lane, and once his shot wasn't falling, he made the right kick out, trusting his teammates, not getting caught up in the moment, wanting to be Superman. Like I feel like that right there is a sign of the maturity that he wasn't shooting the ball well. He ain't keep forcing it. You know, he just played basketball. You know what I'm saying? And we saw Nas Reed have a great game, come back like I said he was going to. We saw Julius Randle, who I think is going to be the X factor in the series for real, just because with that timeout, they learned how to play without Randle. But for this series itself, you got to think, LeBron is who he is. No disrespect to LeBron. But for Minnesota, you could throw McDaniels on Luka, who's all defensive 1, 2, or 3 team guy. You know, you can, and then now you got Nas Reed and Julius Randle, who you can switch them out and kind of just make it a little difficult for LeBron. You know, so you got size. Randle can bang with LeBron,
and you still got Gobert back there for rim protection. And
I think Nas Reed throws it off with a little bit of size. So it's so many matchups and bodies. And then on the opposite end, like I don't expect them to just shoot the ball that well every game, of course. But like when you look at what they were shooting, those were open threes just because nobody can stay in front of the ball handler, which I think is that's where y'all's problem is between Austin Reeves, LeBron, and Luka. Is nobody who can stay in front of those guards. So you're getting the penetrating, and then you're getting the kickouts for the open threes. So
here's what I'll go to real quickly, just to back up what you were saying. Jaden Daniels, when he was on the floor, his plus 27.
Yeah, he was hooping. He was hooping. Jay McDaniels. I think he earned himself a lot of money this year.
And you know, it was both sides of the ball, like you said. It wasn't just, you know, yes, the defense was there, but 25 points, 9 rebounds as well was there. 3 or 3.
We both didn't even talk about that. The rebounding, man, that's gonna be a problem for you. That's gonna be an Achilles heel because
it wasn't bad though. I mean, this game the first game wasn't bad. Then now the Timberwolves out rebounded the Lakers 44-38. But I mean that's not horrible. All things considered, how small the Lakers are playing right now. If you lose by 6, you know that's not horrible. But what you can allow though is to go to the shooting percentages, and I don't know if McDaniels is going to go 11 for 13 from the field again, right? But I don't know that they need him to. But then you had Nas, so he went 11 for 13. Nas Reed with 8 for 12. Like to your point, I don't think either of those guys are going to shoot that well again. But when you flip that and say, well, if they just fall off a little bit,
but Ant gonna go up.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards, who only had 22 points on 22 shots, right? So he had 22 points on 22 shots, which is not good at all. 8 for 22 from the field. Well, hell, if he picks up some of that slack now, well, we still good, right? We're still good. So I'm very concerned for my Lakers, and so I need to see something tonight. I need Rui to wake up. He gave me 9 points. Austin Reeves, I mean, he had 16. It just wasn't nothing that was impactful.
13, 14 shots. 13 shots.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Bron was bad. I know some people are trying to blame it all the growing and still bothering them. Listen, man, I got very, very clear philosophy on that type of stuff. If you're injured, if you're hurt, don't play. If you're on the court, I'm holding you to the standard on my Mike Tomlin. The standard is the standard. I don't do the whole, well, he playing hurt. You don't get participation points from me for playing hurt, right? Like, if you're out there, we're expecting you to perform. If not, go have a seat. That's all it is to it. That's all it is to it. Now, Luka, he continues to have the most amazing playoff numbers to start a career that we've ever seen. It's really him and Jordan, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And
that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So he was great. I can't. People, he only had 1 assist. Well, yeah, nobody made a shot. What you want me to do, bro? I'm throwing him the ball. Finney Smith, if you're gonna play 33 minutes, see, these are the lines we can't. He can't play 33 minutes, have 11 points. I'm sorry, have 3 points, 3 rebounds in 33 minutes. I mean, what do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, he played, but see, this is my problem. When you look at it, I mean, let's just look at it. Look at the roster. Okay, Jackson Hayes. As much as we love Jackson Hayes, Minnesota's got Rudy. You know, we kind of shit on Rudy a little bit, but Rudy X and Jackson Hayes out. Like, Jackson Hayes almost gives you nothing when you have Rudy Gobert on the other end, because all he is a lob threat. And that's what the one thing Rudy is good at. So you take away Jackson Hayes, y'all have no bigs. You got nobody to contest at the rim. You got nobody who you can throw on Nas or Julius Randle. Like, so if I'm Minnesota, I'm just being aggressive. Like, I don't see no way y'all can stop them.
I mean, yeah.
Like, unless y'all just gonna score more points, like, I don't even see where y'all have a chance. Like, you ain't got nobody to stay in front of Ant one, and then when he get in the lane, who at the rim? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look for keys to victory for me for the Lakers. I think they're gonna have to slow the game down a bit and pick their spots. And really seek matchups. I mean, Luka's going to do what he does, right? Luka, I'm not mad. He got to the free throw line 9 times. That's what you want to see from your star, getting to the free throw line somewhere between 9 to 10 times. I'm sorry, getting 9 to 10 free throws. So he got there, shot 9 free throws. LeBron only took 2 free throws. That's unacceptable. And so if I get more from Bron, I think he would agree we need more from him. And if we can try to offset some of the others from Minnesota, I think we'll be okay, but it's got to be an interesting game plan, because they gave up 2 30-plus quarters, quarter 2 and quarter 3. Quarter 2, they gave up 38 to Minnesota, and in the third quarter, they gave up 35 to Minnesota. So that's a recipe to get beat all day, every day. We'll see, Ross, but I'm putting myself on record right now. If they go down 0-2, there will be no me taking the Lakers in 7. I will be saying the Lakers are done. And is this LeBron's last year? It's gonna be my only question. Is he gonna come back another year? Give Bronny some minutes if this is it. Shit.
He got some last game. He got some.
Yeah, give Bronny some minutes. Shit. Yeah, everything.
Hey, I'm going Minnesota in 5, man. Knock it off.
Oh,
Minnesota in 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's on the table. If they keep playing like this, it's on the table. And again, Minnesota, just like I was saying about OKC. Just sometimes getting in the playoffs and having that experience being there. And obviously Minnesota going to the conference finals last year. They stared down Denver, walked them down. And then they, did their thing. One thing with Minnesota though, still a young team, and I'm not sure where their mindset is. So are they just, we won game one, we finna do it again, and is some slippage? Because no matter what, you win that first game on the road, you kind of feel like, hey man, we got one on the road, we did what we were supposed to do. A team that's really, and I think this is why we're gonna get to the Warriors here next. Well, I think the Warriors will show. The Warriors are gonna try to go for the throat in Houston tomorrow night.
For sure.
The Warriors are not content with winning one. They are gonna try to basically demoralize Houston tomorrow night. So we'll see if tonight Minnesota has that mindset. So we'll see, man. But it could be an interesting offseason coming up for the Lakers real quick. Questions about LeBron. Now clearly it's Luka's team. What are we putting around him now? Do you still keep AR with now that you got Luka? Do you still need an Austin Reeves, or do you want to go get a more 3-and-D type guy to play with? You know what I mean? So, we'll see. I think they just re-signed Rob Pelinka or redid his deal. So he got
everybody hard on my boy in Dallas. We still got to see how this Laker thing.
It's nothing to see. They're gonna get him out of there, Ross. There's nothing to see.
No, but we still got to see how this Laker thing gonna work out.
Well, no matter what, the Lakers win. No matter what,
you're winning. If the Lakers get swept, one thing we know about Bron, he will take his ball and go home.
I mean, when he goes home this time, this for good. This is the long go home. This ain't the little one. This is the we gone. It is. All right, but let's go here because I know you want to do some gloating. So here we go, man. My Rockets, the current 2 seed. So right now in the West, the 2 seed and the 3 the 2 seed and the 3 seed are both down 0-1 in the West. Let's talk about it, man. Warriors came into Houston. They were up big. Rockets did make a comeback. I think they got it to within 4, I want to say. I think they got it to within 4. And then just clutch shooting. Great plays. Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry. Steph goes for 31 points. Sengun had a solid night for Houston. Did some good things. Kept a minute.
Started off killing. Sengun was killing.
But Steph goes for 31. Jimmy goes for 25. Houston, they got to get something. When I say something, any damn thing out of Jalen Green. You can't give me 7 points on 3 for 15 shooting, right?
Not for the playoff game.
Yeah, you can't give me that. So I don't expect him to do that again, but I don't know. He's a young player, but this is about the Warriors right now. Yeah, man. Can they keep this thing going? Can the Warriors not only beat the Rockets, but can they make a deep run this year?
I'm telling you, it's looking like they can. Steph Curry, all I know is he's doing everything you said he can't do. You say the cliff was coming. You say he wasn't clutch. He don't make timely shots. All I just seen him do the opposite. All I see him do is falling back, throwing the ball up, cashing out. The Thompson twin, I mean, it's a clip of him where he looks demoralized after Steph made one. And I love the Thompson twin, but goodness, my boy, he's like, he talking to himself, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Steph Curry got dudes about to check into the mental health. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Draymond was right, bro. When they made that trade and Draymond said it, I think he was right. I don't think they're gonna win it all, but I think they got a deep run in them. I think this Jimmy with his style and his ability to be able to just, like, when the playoffs come, it's Jimmy time. And like we said, with them holding Jalen Green to 7 points, like we saw it when Jimmy was in Miami. Like they would get against the Celtics and lock Tatum them up. They would get against the Hawks. Like we've seen it. And now he's with the Warriors, and you got Jimmy and Draymond. I mean, like, and unless it was Denver. I think Denver and OKC probably are the two. Maybe Minnesota, but Golden State really against them young teams like Houston and Memphis and all them young Golden State gonna win that every time. They're too seasoned, too skilled. They know how to turn it on. Even with like Houston was doing a great job defensively. They only scored 95 points. The problem is Golden State locked up defensively also. So I think they do have a run, and I think Steph ain't close to a cliff or whatever you tried to say was gonna happen. I think he's proven to everybody with him you're gonna have a chance. And now he's got a Robin that do everything that he don't do, and let's see it. I think Houston's done in 5 though. I'm going Warriors in 5 for sure.
And let's not go too crazy because Steph Curry, after all that you said he did and all this cool stuff, in a 10-point win, Steph Curry was a +3.
It don't matter. I don't care about
that. In his 40, he was on the floor for 40 minutes. In a 10-point win, he played 40 minutes of that game, and he was a +3. That's all I'm telling you.
But he was 12 of 19. He was 12 of 19, and come on,
I'm with you. He was a +3.
He made 5 threes, and every time they was heartbreakers. So I mean, that's all he got to do. Your guy, we just talked about. Bron had 19 points on how many shots?
Yeah, 18 shots.
So that's what I'm saying. So don't hate on Steph for going 12 and 19.
I gave it a +-. His +- was 3. That's it. That's all I said.
Came out of play-in. Steph and them just had to play. LeBron been rested.
Yeah. Because we don't do play-in games. Once you get
right. I'm saying Steph and them just had to play. We saw how it affected Memphis. That wasn't fair that Memphis just played. Well, I guess that's the negative result of playing in the play-in. But Memphis played, 3 games in a short amount of time because they had to play the play-in, then turn around. They had the early game against OKC.
Yeah, don't be in the play-in. Yeah.
Right. With the Warriors, they played the night before, and they just got out of play-in. So you got Steph, who very much could have came in, a little tired. We often hear from a lot of LeBron fans, "Oh, I'm not worried. Game 1, fill-out games." LeBron's lost a lot of game 1s. He always comes back. Well, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, see, I'm not in that camp because I understand this is a different Bron that we're talking about now.
That's what I said. We never seen a 40-year-old Bron.
Yeah. I'm not in that camp, right? So I'm not what do Skip Bayless a blind witnesses. I'm not a blind witness on that type of time, right? Like I don't think that he has some type of 40-year-old superpower to where he can go back to the Miami LeBron James. He ain't got no vibranium.
Even then, he was getting beat by Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
But he wasn't losing. But he, no. That was he was just stop. That was the first year down there. I love how he gets the scoring for the Dallas loss, but nobody ever gives him props for beating Steph Curry, Westbrook, and James. He gives him no props for that.
You talking KD, Westbrook, and James Harden?
Yeah, KD, Westbrook, and James Harden. He beat them. Nobody cares.
Right. That was a young team, the same way he was young when he got swept by the Spurs.
See, but I love how you put that in there, though. Not that he got swept. See? Yeah. So we had to welcome them to the finals as well. But I think it could be scary time tomorrow. We are Clutch City, though. I think Jalen Green gonna bounce back. He had 7. If he don't even got to get his average. Just 18, 19, we win game 1. If he just plays okay, he don't even got to lead us in scoring like he did the whole year.
I think Jimmy's punking him, man.
Well, here's the thing. What players have to learn come playoff times, that it's a different whistle. Because with all that aggressive defense that Jimmy was playing, he only had 1 foul. That was the first thing I looked at. Fouls that Jimmy Butler had. He only had 1 foul. you say, hold on. So he was playing that type of defense and only one foul. Actually tells me that Jalen Green wasn't being aggressive enough. He was settling too much.
Actually, I heard a little. I was reading and I was reading a little report. Now, actually, Jalen Green, I think it was some of the shots he was taking, like he was getting frustrated and he was doing the opposite of Ant. It was like a couple times where he could have made some extra passes and he was trying to force it and trying to force himself to get going. And I think, like you're saying, he started taking some bad shots. I saw a couple where he had two guys around him. He's trying to shoot over dudes and stuff, shooting them bad. I like to call them Jaylen Brown bad twos. You know what I'm saying? Them Jaylen Brown used to shoot those terrible twos, those long twos, and step in from the 3-point line. And that's what I saw Jalen Green. I saw him, kind of get into his head. So I mean, we always talk about how deep of a team Houston is. Like, if it's not,
they only went 3 deep on the bench. They only played 8 guys.
That's what I was gonna say. It's almost like they got too much, and it's hard to I guess really say who should be playing. But with that Easton kid, with Whitmore, with all them guys they got on their bench, if Jalen Green don't get it going, you got somebody that can come in for him. Let's see.
Yeah.
Who they went? So Easton played 20 minutes. Oh, he was 3 of 10. So he shot bad too. Oh, that's what it was. So Van Fleet went 2 of 13. You ain't even mentioned it. Van Fleet, really. That was not a good look. 2 of 13. Easton went 0 of 4, and Jalen Green went 0 of 4. So you got 2 of 21 between 3 of your best shooters.
Yeah, they shot as a team. Houston shot 20% from 3, and they shot 39% from the field. Like, none of that to help you win a game.
Yeah, I didn't see Van Fleet was 2 of 13 from 3. That's bad.
Yeah. Which even more, like, I understand Udoka like staying with his guys, but hey, man, throw somebody else in that thing to see if they can get it going.
Shoot, you could have thrown in Reed Shepherd.
I mean, yeah, if he just gonna keep and I get it, man. Van Fleet, he's the veteran. He's the only, him and Dylan Brooks. They're the 2 veterans. Van Fleet obviously has the championship starting point guard championship experience. And let's be very real. He played really, really good in that championship for Toronto. He had an outside shot at the MVP. He played really well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, you're playing an older team. And when I see that Jimmy Butler played 42 minutes, Steph Curry played 40 minutes. Steph played 40, Jimmy played 42, Draymond played 37. Why not throw some of these, younger guys out there just to keep some fresh legs? Maybe just in the beginning. Keep my guy. I mean, goddamn, you can't let them play 40 and 42 minutes.
Okay, I think Jabari has to play more.
Jabari had a decent game.
Jabari had a good game. I think Jabari might be a chess piece for y'all because he's a little bit younger, quicker. Like, Draymond had to, run with him. And then spacing, that's somebody you can't help off of. I think Jabari, Eason, Whitmore, and Reed Shepherd. You got to trust Reed Shepherd, man, sooner or later. Because Van Fleet, I'm looking. Van Fleet shot the ball 19 times, 13 threes, and he ain't,
See, that's my. Can I have this?
Go ahead.
Can I have this rant for just a second? It ain't gonna take all night, I promise you. But that's what kills me about this new NBA. And I know I'm the old man now. I know I got it. But Jesus Christ, you're Fred Van Fleet. Can you look up while I'm going? Tell me what Fred Van Fleet shoots for his career from 3. I just want to hear what the percentage is for his career. Because my point is, everybody, because of Steph Curry, because of Klay Thompson, right? These guys that can shoot the ball at an all-time clip. People think they're like just taking the 3, though, but that's a better shot. That's a better shot. That's a better shot. Well, not if you don't shoot it well. It's no game in which Fred Van Fleet should be shooting 13 threes if he's not hitting anything. Why are you continue to? What does he shoot for his? I don't even know if he shoots. I know it's not 40%, so it's probably in what, the mid 30s. Like I don't understand it, and I know he's a smaller guard.
Let me see. They don't have the 3%. Let me pull it up.
But you're 2 for 13, my dude. And I don't even remember when he made those. So the 2 could have been late. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember when he made them.
37% for his career.
Okay, so people was, you know what they're gonna tell you? Hey man, he shoot 37%. That's good. And you know what I'm gonna tell you? Motherfucker was 2 for 13. It's no reason to keep shooting it, bro. It's not falling tonight.
Yeah, he finished with 10 points, but you shot the ball 19 times.
Yeah, and it just wasn't falling, bro. Get up.
And the thing is, he led y'all in field goal attempts. So, but this is what we got to say with Golden State, though. Thing with Golden State, we know it. The way they play defense, they pick who they want to shoot the ball.
Nah, see, I don't buy. See, hold on, though. Timeout. They have.
We do that, Roy. We do that at the gym. We gonna pick who we want y'all to run through.
Yeah, but they got 2 good defenders, though. We gotta come on now. We gotta ease up a bit. They ain't got.
Nah. Okay, I love that you said that. That
come
go
on,
right
man.
in. When we look at Golden State and we really look at it, I'm gonna tell you who behind Steph and Jimmy. I'm gonna tell you who was jumped off the screen for me. I love Gary Payton's son. I love.
You do know. I think you're gonna say him.
He get cut every year. He get traded, and somehow before they go to the playoffs, they bring him back, and he find a way to contribute.
And no disrespect to the homie, got a lot of respect for him and his family. And he plays hard. He was a -10 in the game. That's all I can tell you. He was a -10. I can say what the numbers say. I'm with you. He does play hard, but he's
okay. Listen, this is where I don't care about that. The man had 7 points, 3 rebounds. He shot 3 for 6, 1 for 2 from 3. He gave you 2 steals and he had 1 turnover. I don't care what the plus minus say. But anybody use that in 16 minutes off the bench. And when he come in, he's guarding Jalen Green.
He did all that, and we lost 10 points.
That's not from that. That's because Steph Curry on the court.
He was the only person on the team with a negative plus minus.
Right, because he coming in for Steph.
Well, Steph was only a +3. He didn't. That's what I'm saying. I think. Do they play hard defensively?
Podziemski was a +17. He played the best out of everybody for the Warriors.
Well, here's what helped him, right? It helped him that the damn backcourt for Houston was a combined. What were they? They were just awful. The backcourt was what did they combine for? They combined to go. I can't even do that math in my head. 7 of 34 was the Houston backcourt
because of Jimmy, because of Gary Payton, because of Moody, and I'm gonna give Pods some credit because of Pods. Them guys is hooping and they locking up. I mean, shout out Moody. I didn't know Moody could play defense like that.
Shout out to Moses, but I don't think he no great defender. I don't think again he tries. You know what I'm saying? He gives the effort. Houston just got it. Fred Van Fleet can't do what he did game 1. Obviously, the backcourt can't go 7 for 34. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to tell everybody. I can't. That's not a thing we can do. 7 for 34 from my backcourt isn't a thing that's going to help us win games. Eh? So if you know now if Şengün, shout out to him, 26-9. You dig? I thought that he was solid inside. I think Steven Adams, they played him 20 minutes. I don't know how much he got in the tank, pause, but maybe you got to find some more minutes for Steven Adams.
I listened to Steve Kerr. He pretty much conceded that Şengün is gonna have a good series because they know they're gonna play small. They're gonna let Şengün get what he wants with Draymond, as long as Draymond don't get in too crazy foul trouble. Steve Kerr even said, like, in this series, they probably are gonna win the offensive rebound battle. We just got to get stops. So they know, Golden State knows they're playing small. They're going to play Draymond at the 5. They know Sengun is going to get off. Now, Houston has to be a smart enough team to keep playing through Sengun and let him go get 40 every night. Or what we saw, Sengun gave Wemby 50, didn't he? You remember that game? Sengun went crazy on Wemby. You know, he has it in him, but like Houston's one of them teams, they so young. Sengun goes crazy the first quarter. First half, had a great first half. They stopped going through him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and again, it was a game one. It's a young team.
Van Fleet got to shoot 19 times. And I didn't even know Van Fleet was like that.
I think Udoka's a really good coach. I think he'll have him coached up. I think Dylan Brooks will help with the mindset coming out, establishing something, because somebody's gonna have to, not to your point you made earlier about how my guy was demoralized when Steph Curry hit that 3. It's Steph freaking Curry, right? He's gonna do some stuff, he's gonna make some shots, but to get that demoralized on a shot, it's just bad, because like what you have to tell yourself is, hey, if every single time I play defense like that, right? If he's gonna make 8 out of 10 of those, we're gonna shake his hand and go home tonight. That's just it. It's nothing else I can do outside of fouling him, right? But
Roy, that's easier said than done.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because here's why. What the statistics say is that for his career, Steph Curry is what, a 40% 3-point shooter? So the statistics say 4 out of 10 is what he's going to make. That's what the stats tell me, Raw. That's not me. That's what his life tells me. That at some point, everybody comes back. He just had he had a 3-point game against the Rockets a couple weeks ago. Like, you have to just stay composed and say, that was great defense. He's the greatest shooter of all time. To have some nights where he goes 6 of 7 of 10 from 3. He gonna have some of those nights. We got to keep playing that defense, because other nights it's gonna flip, and it's gonna be 2 for 10, and then it's gonna average itself out. That's what. And so you got to.
That's what Ime's coaching has this come in on with that right there.
It has to be. Just stay. What we did was good. We gave up 95 points. It wasn't like they scored 120. They scored 95 points. It was 2 guys who did the damage, Jimmy and Steph. Draymond had a triple single. You did. So we're good. Just don't let those young guys get demoralized. And I think they'll be all right. But it's not looking good right now. I have to admit that for the Rockets. It don't look good. It don't look good for the Lakers right now. But, it's a long series, 7 games. This is another reason why, Ross, I think the NBA should explore going back to 5 games. Because now, if you're the favorite, you lose game 1 at home, you in some real trouble. You in some real trouble now, right? Because God forbid you lose that second game at home. Now you got 2. You going on the road for 2 closeout games. So, I would love to see him go back to 5 games in that first round. Put some pressure. Because do we really need to see 7 or 4 games of OKC and the Grizzlies? I think we kind of know how that's gonna go, right?
No.
We don't need no more. What's the score tonight? Hold on, let me check the score. What they do? OKC is currently up 20 points with 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Do we really need 2 more games of that?
Okay. Now the Bucks Pacers getting close.
Yeah, the Bucks. What are the Bucks are within 2 now? The disrespect that Giannis gets is unbelievable. I'm looking at his line right now in the game, 32, 18, and 7. And tomorrow, nobody's going to care.
It's care. Like it's just expected for Giannis now.
32, 18, and 7. And again, I'm not saying I agree with everybody. He's not as good a passer as Joker. But 32, 18, and 7 assists is bad. 7 assists ain't bad. That's all I'm telling you, Ross. From your power forward, that's pretty good.
And he's 13 of 15. 13 to 18 from the floor. The man missed 5 shots.
You dig? And then he playing defense. So let me see what he's doing on the defensive end. Hold on. Can I expand this? Oh, he don't got no block. Okay, no blocks. Okay. I don't know what he's doing defensively right now, but he plays defense.
Yeah,
he got to get some help. Bobby Portis is killing.
Ooh, 28 and 12. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Portis is killing. 6 of 11 for 3. Hey, go tell Fred VanVleet that's when you shoot 13 threes. When you're 6 of 11, yeah, he can shoot 2 more tonight.
Yeah.
You did? Okay. We're cool if Bobby Portis finishes 6 for 13. Okay, you made 6. You were 6 for 11.
So they got a minute and 22 left. That's a good game. Let's see.
It's just Giannis needs some help. Giannis, and we know that, Dame, obviously Dame, that the health blood clot ain't nothing to play with. So, hopefully he's okay and he can come back and he's good. But
he came back tonight. So Dame got
I don't know how he's playing. I'm seeing he's 4 for 12. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's rhythm, if it's I'm not watching the game, so I don't know like how he looks. You know what I'm saying? 4 for 12, 14 points. Yeah. He on his way to a Fred VanVleet night, 2 for 7 from 3. But it is Dame. No, Dame's a better 3-point shooter than Fred VanVleet. At least I would.
And he didn't shoot 13. No, he didn't shoot.
He didn't shoot 13 tonight. Yeah. Yeah. So
Kuz actually scored. We saw Kuzma with a 0-0-0-0 game.
One of the worst trades in the history of the NBA. I said it at the time. It was a horrible trade, bro. Even though Middleton wasn't working out as he had in the past, he had some injuries, we know, and he wasn't playing as well. No disrespect to Kuzma. He seemed like a cool dude, man. I love his fiance. She does a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude. Yeah. That was a bad. I didn't like that trade for Kuz. I wasn't a fan.
Now we got to talk about what I think is the best series of the playoffs.
What's that?
That Clippers series.
Oh yeah, both of them getting whoever. It's gonna be interesting to see who wins that because that's gonna be the matchup. Who's that? Who would they play? They would play OKC, right? That's the 4-5. So the winner of that plays OKC. Yeah, could it went either way, right? They had an overtime game. The Joker's dominant, but for the Clippers, everybody who needs to show up for the Clippers has shown up. Powell's played well. Kawhi's been unbelievable. Harden's played well.
To be honest, the Clippers should have won that first game. Like they could very much have been up 2-0.
I agree.
Russ in that first game. I mean, hey, like you say, if Russ make a go-ahead 3, you shake his hand.
Shake his hand, bro.
Russ made clutch 3s. The Clippers made an assertive effort not to guard him, and I think it was the right move. And then, like I told everybody after that first game, okay, Russ ain't gonna shoot the ball well, and we know he's gonna get a lot of shots up because he's that type of dude. I seen, last night Kawhi Leonard put on an absolute clinic. Who like Kawhi Leonard has probably got to be the most and because we know the injury history, but like, man, bro, when he's healthy, Kawhi is top 5, dog. Bro, just watching him yesterday, his game, you can't speed him up. His handle is underrated. He get whatever shot he want off. It don't matter how good defense.
And he don't take. I like him because he don't take a lot of threes. He'll take them when they there, but he don't take a lot of threes. He don't take no bad shots.
Like it's not like it's watching his workout. Like he's doing his solo workout out there in the game.
And it's not as if he can't shoot the 3. He just let me get. If I'm open, I'm gonna take it. If not, I'll get to my spot and I'm gonna shoot for my spot.
Yeah, I think that was an absolute clinic. 15 to 19, 4 7 to 3, 39 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds.
And look, he took. Hold on, how many threes did he take?
7.
But he had made 4, so he was shooting again. So he kept shooting the 3 because he was making them, right? He's over 50% from 3. So yes, that's a good shoot. That's what you should keep shooting the 3. You're 4 for 7.
And he shot 19. He was 15 and 19. So outside of them 3 threes he missed, he only missed one other shot.
It was crazy. I'm going back to this game 1 where Denver won. I know it was an overtime game, but I still was questioning the coach. I know he got thrown into this position. But Gordon played 46 total minutes. Jokic played 46. Murray played 48. Braun played 45. Brown, I thought. And then you look at the Clippers. Kawhi played 41. Harden played 43. Everybody else is in the 30s. But the Nuggets had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys over 45 minutes. And Westbrook came off the bench and played 34.
Well, so you see what's going on with the Nuggets. They kind of giving up on Porter Jr.
But we talked, you know what? We talked about that a couple of weeks ago.
He was the first one to talk about it.
He kind of like he feels it's. We were saying it seems like he's just cool with what he does. I'm gonna get 18. Make a couple.
Well, see that game one, they sat him for a long stretch in the fourth, and they end the game with Murray, Braun, Russ, Gordon, and Joker. So then the coach came out and said if he hit some shots and he play hard. So shout out to him last night. He had 15 and 15, which 15 rebounds. That's how you know he heard what the coach was saying. All right, watch this. I'm gonna go. But
it's crazy because like
you should do this every game. No
matter what.
Rebounds.
Like, why do we got to
sit in the media? You get 15-15. You should at least be able to give us 15 and 8
every game. Like the 15 points, he should be able to roll out of bed and get that for you. The 15 rebounds, he probably can't do that every night, but he should always be around 8 to 10 easy.
You 6'10".
Yeah, 8 to 10 easy.
Yeah. So last night he did make an assertive effort. That right there, that's what makes you more frustrated with the young guys, because like don't do that because the water's getting a little hot and you hear the whispers. No, make that the norm. You know what I mean? Yeah. But so Michael Porter Jr. It's a little shaky between him and Russ, kind of like who's gonna be closing the game. Obviously, he's a better shooter. You got to get him going. But with Russ, he make all the dirty plays. Russ had like a lot of offensive rebounds in that game 1, putbacks, hustle plays. So I think with Denver, their lack of depth, they depend so much on their starting 5, and then you add Russ in there, like that's 6. I think with the Clippers, like they're in a good position now. The Clippers go and win game 3. Now you really put pressure because Joker, I mean, he's always going to be the best player on the court, but it's only so much he can give you. And defensively, he's not really like a showstopper. Offensively, he's going to have his numbers, but you challenge Joker to, like, you got to go have them 40, 20, and 15 games.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So James Harden, well, I like the Clippers on this series, though.
The Bucks lose tonight, and it hurts that they lost because we were just kind of giving a live update of that game a bit ago, talking about the box score, and we know Giannis can duplicate what he did tonight, but Giannis went for 34, 18, and 7. But off the bench, Portis had 28 points and 12 rebounds, 6 of 11 from 3, and so you wasted that Bobby Portis game in a 123-115 loss.
Yeah, you needed a win with Bobby playing so well.
You know what I mean? It's some of those games, and that's why going back to the Lakers just for a second, when they lost, but I knew what I saw that that Reeves didn't have because if Reeves, if it would have been a situation where Luka went for that 37 and Reeves, let's say, goes for 28 and they lose, I'm like, that's tough because we wasted a 28-point Austin Reeves game. It's certain guys, that third, fourth scorer guy. if they have a big night, I feel like you kind of have to win that game because you know, I don't know how many times this series Bobby Portis is gonna go 6 for 11 with 28 points. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but you know, that's a really good game for Bobby Portis. I'm fine with Giannis. I know he can do this again. But you know, we'll see. Dame, how healthy is he? Is he gonna get better as this series? That's another thing. Is he gonna get more comfortable? Can they steal one? Can they maybe steal game 3? Give him some time to get his legs under him. I don't know.
Yeah, Milwaukee, they're in a bad position, I think. I think the end is near. I think Giannis needs to go to Miami.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let me check on this. 109-92 OKC leading Memphis. OKC just coasting right now. Ja Morant with 19 points on 23 shots.
Yeah, he's been struggling. I gotta be honest. I love Ja. His days might be numbered there too.
Yeah, it's you know, and look, SGA hasn't had any good game. He didn't have a good game in game 1. They didn't need it. Tonight, SGA 8 of 24, 22 points on 24 shots. That's not a SGA type game, and they're up 20.
Yeah, they're built now. Caruso's in the fold. They got Jalen Williams is playing extremely well right now, which I think the spotlight's kind of on him in the playoffs. Is he gonna play well this year? Where last year he kind of fell off. Hartenstein was a great pickup for them.
Yep.
Like Wiggins and Isaiah Joe shooting the ball well, 6th, 7th man off the bench. You got Lou Dort, which is premier defender, making it tough on Ja. Like Ja seeing Caruso, he's seeing Lou Dort. Like Ja out there struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got bodies. So yeah, OKC, they're that team. They built pretty much like anything short of the chip this year. I would say if they make it and they show a good showing, then that'll be a win. But like they gotta at least play for the title because on the West, you look at the West, it's a lot of good basketball in the West, but they're clearly the best roster. Like their roster is built to win.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Memphis got a lot of questions this off. I agree. They fired their coach too, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, they got a lot of questions over there. I think that crew has been together long enough that I think it's time. I think it's time to go ahead and break that thing up. Maybe it's not Ja, but I think you can get some value for Bane.
Remember what I told you? Send Jaren and Bane for KD and Beal.
Yeah.
Send Jaren and Bane.
Here's my question though for you. Can Ja play the type of basketball that's winning basketball with KD? Because KD
does. He does. If we look at the reason Memphis has been what they've been and the rebuild from Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, the grindhouse. Was insert Ja. Now, Ja's good enough to win you close to 50 games in the regular season. He gets you to the playoffs. Now you need somebody to come in and kind of, solidify the winning basketball in the playoffs. Yeah, I think Ja, he's proved because we saw it with last year. Look at the same team from last year to this year, and Marcus Smart didn't work out. You know, the moves that they made didn't even work out. And you look at that same team, and they went from being one of the worst teams. And, like we talked about Detroit Pistons, they went from being the worst team to right back in the playoff mix. So Ja does contribute to, it's a direct correlation of about 40 games. You know what I'm saying? But outside of them 40 regular season games, I will say, we got to see him in the playoffs. Like, he's had great playoff series, but they ain't won none because he either gets hurt or like in this situation he's outmatched.
My only pushback would be though, remember the big thing about them last year or a couple of years ago was that when he was hurt, they basically had the same record when they was bringing in old boy off the bench playing the point. Tyus Jones. They had the same record with and without Ja.
Right, and then he missed that time when he got in trouble, and then they was a lottery pick. It was top.
I mean, but we can't have you out the whole year, nigga. We want you to play. I mean, it's not Tyus Jones' team. He come off the bench for a reason.
He played 10 games last year and won more games in 10 games than they did for the rest of the year.
Well, to be fair to the rest of the team, we had already played 72. You coming in fresh, you ain't played nothing. You've been
right, and y'all won 4 games out of 72, and then I come and play 10 games and we go 7-3.
Yeah, I hope so. You're the freshest person in the NBA. I would hope that we can win some damn games. You ain't tired.
He worked out while he was suspended. I come straight from working out with my pops in the backyard, like we seen on the video.
I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or not with that family.
See, you a hater. I want y'all to know. He was hating on Golden State so bad that Golden State wasn't even supposed to be here. They were supposed to lose to Memphis and then lose to Sacramento in the play-in. So
I just said it was on the board. I just said it was on the table. It was on the table. They win the play-in. It was a possibility that could happen.
Yeah, my man picked Sacramento.
Hey man,
shout out DeRozan. DeRozan knocking dudes out for putting their phone in the face. Shout out to DeRozan.
You don't want to hear that bull crap.
Yeah, they said Drake try him if he see him.
DeRozan and Levine have now lost in the play-in 3 straight years in a row.
With the Bulls, and then now they went to the Kings and lost. Yeah,
Lord, but those are 2 guys. I don't know what their contracts are. I don't see them being Kings long term.
No,
those are some pieces that would be available. I just don't know. I think Levine. I don't know. He just one of those guys. He's played on bad teams for so long. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that with DeRozan, his style of game, and he's played on really good teams in Toronto, and his game, his only thing is it's his age, and he really was never a great defender, but he doesn't take a lot of threes. He's a mid-range guy, he can post up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He can still do some stuff. So maybe if you bring him in a Harrison Barnes type role, maybe, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of come in and be like, he would have been way better than getting Kyle Kuzma. But I don't know about Zach LaVine because I don't know if he's capable of playing quality winning basketball.
Bring him to Orlando.
Okay.
And Paolo, that's Paolo, big homie from up there, Seattle. Bring him to Orlando. We take him over Garrett Harris.
Okay, I'm with. How old is Zach LaVine now, though?
Yeah, he's old. He's old.
28, 29. Oh, 30. Shit, he just turned 30. Yeah, so he is who he is. Oh, but speaking of Zach LaVine, the crazy part, I'll say this about going back to the Denver series. The irony of I think they were down. What were they down 2? And Aaron Gordon misses a wide open dunk.
Yeah.
Like one of the best.
Yeah, he don't miss dunks.
Dunk, and this dude put on such a show in 2 dunk contests. It's and he misses a dunk. It's that's crazy. But what else we got, man, before we tap out for the night? Tap out.
Yeah, I think those games. We talked about Denver. We talked about the Warriors. Talked about Lakers. Yeah, my Magic came a little short. Miami. I think Cleveland. That's another trash series that we was talking about. That series really don't matter. Who would you say as far as individual players right now? Who's having the best playoff showing, you think?
It's tough to say because some teams have only played 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
So because we've seen 2 games from Denver and LA, I might lean toward maybe Kawhi right now.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Just because we've seen 2 games, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's impressive. Kawhi looks good. That's a good point you brought up though. Luka, it's crazy when you really think of his playoff numbers, and now like the man probably is gonna end up with better playoff numbers than Jordan. Like the man,
he had an easy 37. It was like okay, like he just
37. He frustrated just throwing it up at the end of the quarter from half court. You saw that?
Yeah. Lakers are 5.5-point favorite tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
You finna go? Are you gonna get some action on that 5.5?
Hey, you want some action?
Hey, man. Hey. I'm not playing with the basketball gods on this one. We might have a comfortable, the way my luck is, we might have a comfortable 7-point lead, and then Ant throw up a dumb 3 with 2 seconds left in the game.
Hey, you got to give us in the chat an update about WrestleMania.
It was dope, man. It was dope. A lot of people complained about the ending of it. I thought it was dope. 2-night event. It was cool. You know what I mean? It was cool. Cool stadium out there. A lot of damn walking, getting back and forth to the stadium. But it's a cool stadium. No, it ain't the best stadium I've ever been to. I actually thought because it was a newer stadium, it was in Vegas, that it'll be a little bit more. I don't know. Like it's like I was looking for this more technology. You know what I'm saying?
You went to Allegiant. It was at
Allegiant. Yeah, I was in Allegiant. Yeah.
Okay. It looks dope from the outside. I did a little tour, but so okay. So you saying you used to Jerry World?
Maybe I'm spoiled by that. Yeah, because I went over there.
Jerry World, you thinking this newer than Jerry World? You like know.
I just wasn't really. The hallways were kind of narrow. I did venture up top to like the top level where they have the like the suites and stuff for like, and like out there they got like the Hall of Fame players that they, it's some cool spots in there, but I don't know. It just was, to me, it was a stadium. You know what I'm saying? It was a standard football stadium. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't horrible, it wasn't bad, but it's the stadium. You know what I'm saying?
So when you rank kind of, and you didn't go to a football game there, but when you rank kind of your experiences, would you say if you had to go to Allegiant Stadium, you had to go to Jerry World? Are you picking Jerry World? Oh
yeah, Jerry World all day. It's even outside, it's way bigger at Jerry World. Just like the whole, like when you walk, like you can hang out outside the stadium and just walk around there, and it's just like popping stuff to do. You know what I mean? It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
Did you see the Sphere?
Yeah. We didn't go. I want to go in there, but we didn't get to go in the Sphere. But it was cool. Man, I'm not hating on it, but I wasn't, because I went to WrestleMania 2 years ago and it was at Jerry World. And that was crazy. It was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you saying Jerry really because with Allegiant and even SoFi, now SoFi here is a crazy experience, but with them, you look at how much they spent on those stadiums compared to Jerry World. Yeah. And you're like, whoa. But you saying Jerry really know how to put on put on the show.
Put like, and it's a bigger stadium, right? So I think they had, and sometimes WWE messes with the numbers, but I think they announced somewhere, I think it was like 61 or 62,000. They had like, I think it was like 61,000 night one and 62,000 night two, something like that. So over 60,000 both nights. But but I remember when we went to Jerry, I'm trying to look it up now. I just pulled it up. It was like 67, 68,000 in there. So it's just a bigger stadium too. You know what I'm saying? They threw an extra, 7,000, 8,000 people in the motherfucker. But it's cool though, man. Jerry got, it's Jerry, so he going all out. And it's Vegas. You in Vegas, so it's only so much room that they're gonna let you have. That's what I'm saying. Like Jerry, he put the stadium there and he bought all the land all the way around it. You know what I'm saying? So he owned a bunch of stuff. So you can come over there and do everything. Over there is Vegas. So they like, hey man, I hear you. We gonna be building some more casinos in a couple years. So hey, get your little area right there. You good?
Yeah. Get this little corner right here.
Yeah, get this little corner. You be all right, man. So it was cool though, man. It was cool. Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of walking, man. A lot of walking.
Think about the main event.
It was cool. It was cool. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people was upset about it, but it was kind of the ending was kind of trash. This boy Travis Scott came out and got involved in the main event. Yeah. Travis Scott jumped in the ring. He got a collab with WWE where they selling a bunch of Cactus Jack stuff.
Yeah, I saw he had the merch. It looked fire too.
It is, yeah. Everybody was buying that shit. That shit was selling like hotcakes up there.
Yeah. What about my boy Paul Heyman coming on McAfee yesterday?
Shannon Sharp? Yeah, he went in. Yeah, he was going in. He was in full character. He went in heavy. He wasn't playing. Yeah, he went in. That was crazy. The Rock was on there today. He was on McAfee today. Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend for the WWE. I'll put it that way. They had some wild stuff. But who I'm trying to think, let me see who was there in the stadium. Dana White got booed, which was interesting.
In Vegas?
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's his crowd, but I think the wrestling crowd is a bit different, a little bit different than that UFC crowd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he got booed when they showed him. Kittle's a big wrestling fan from the 49ers. He was in the building. A lot of motherfuckers. I'm trying to think who was in the building. Oh, Terrence Crawford was in the building. Who the fuck else was in there? I'm trying to think big names that was in there. They were showing a bunch of people. I'm like, that nigga's borderline. Oh, Metro was in the building. Metro was up in there. Yeah, Metro was up in that thing. I think he had a set that he did that night somewhere. So it was a bunch of motherfuckers in there. Man.
WrestleMania is popping though.
Oh yeah. They bring out a bunch of shit ton of celebrities was in there, man. Everybody was in there, men, women. It was all kind of motherfuckers in there. It was it was super packed.
I love female wrestlers, man.
It was going down. It was going down. And next year's in New Orleans. So
okay.
I know that's gonna be turned on bourbon. So it's gonna go down in New Orleans next year. So I'm looking forward to that one already. Oh man. But yeah, man. We'll tap in on after this game, man. We'll be back on Thursday. I'm either gonna be super confident and I'm back because it could be. Let me see who we play. The Rockets play tomorrow, and then the Lakers play. Oh, the Lakers don't play again till Friday, right? Yeah, they play game 3 on Friday. So I could be back. I could be one up in both of them series.
Giving LeBron a little extra rest day, man. You notice that?
Well, they just gave Steph Curry an extra rest day. They don't play till tomorrow.
Look, y'all played 3 days ago, and then y'all gonna get another 3-day break.
We gotta fly.
Y'all play 2 games in 6 days.
Hey man, what you want me to do, man? We gotta go to minute. Hey, y'all should have got the 3 seed then. You see, y'all should have got the 3 seed, dog. Well, we out of here for the night, man. Y'all hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. I'm still a little jet lag. I'm trying to shake off the cobwebs. Maybe Thursday I'll be back getting right, and we'll be back up in here, man, to see how everything is going in the playoffs. The draft. You dig? The NFL draft. Word that I'm hearing, Ross. It's going to be a slide. It's going to be somebody that's finna slide. And we ain't talking about slip and slide records out there in Florida. We ain't talking about Miami slip and slide. We talking about a slide that could happen come draft day. I ain't saying no names, but, shout out to the jersey retirement.
So what time is the draft on Thursday? You get a time?
I'm showing 8 p.m.
Oh, so we're not okay. So the draft will be right once we get off. Okay,
yeah, I'm showing at 8.
We might have to do a late show on Thursday.
Yeah, we might do late. We can come back late.
I would like to at least get a couple picks. You know what I'm saying? Live.
Yeah, let's talk about this slide.
Top 10. I think gonna be top 10.
Talk about this slip and slide. Yeah.
Y'all tap in with us. Go ahead and subscribe. Like the video. I need y'all to comment on here and let my boy know he crazy. Steph Curry is top 5. We still on that. Steph Curry is better than Isaiah Thomas. Steph Curry is proving them wrong every day. I want to know what's he gonna say next. So y'all and go Steph ahead. Curry,
we got to keep it a buck. He got the way that they looked in that game 1. That's a 2 seed they're playing. Wherever people think about Houston, they are a 2 seed. They kept that 2 seed seeding pretty much the whole year. It's on the board now that Steph Curry could win his 5th chip. Now, this foolishness that people are talking about, that if he wins his 5th chip, then that means it was the Steph Curry era is pure foolishness. Because LeBron James ran the NBA for 2 decades. So let's not be silly.
So who ran the NBA since 2016?
Well, LeBron James won a championship, sir, since 2016.
So it's Steph.
Okay. Let me tell you, I got me one too.
So the next one to win.
But I was winning chips though when like you was at Davidson or somewhere. I don't know where was he at when LeBron was playing in the finals. I don't know where he was at. Where was he at? We don't know. You know, he was having ankle injuries, and I was winning chips.
Only 3 years older than him.
He was in the finals in his 3rd year.
What that mean? So what?
When you was at school, that's what I'm telling you. I was.
That's what.
Oh, so now it don't count. Okay, got it. So it don't count. That's spoken like a true Jordan fan. Getting to the finals, none of that counts if you lose the game. I got it. I know the rules now. I just want to make sure I know the rules. I know the rule. But if Steph though, but I will say this though, if Steph gets his 5th chip, because of everything else he's accomplished, because he is, everybody can acknowledge the greatest of all time. I would have to humbly shit when it comes to Steph Curry. Now, I still wouldn't take him over Magic all time at point guard. I'm still taking Magic number 1, but he would firmly be over Isaiah Thomas. He would firmly be number 2. Firmly. I wouldn't even hear conversations about him being anything other than number 2 if he wins a 5th ring. I'm not even gonna have conversations with nobody. The man got 5 rings, 2 MVPs, a unanimous MVP. He got 2 with Durant that we can say, he got the first one when everybody was hurt that we can say, he got another one against the like you say, the baby Thunder. He got one against the baby Celtics that we can say, I don't know who's going to beat this time. I don't think that Jason Tatum is going to let Steph Curry get a 5th ring on his watch, though. I don't think so. I don't think Tatum's going to do it.
I'm not ready to pick Golden State. I think I might have Minnesota.
Oh shit. To get to the chip?
I think I might have Minnesota. They might do what Dallas did last year.
You're going to have me talking like the Morris twin. Them YNs is playing over there in Minnesota. Them YNs is hooping. All right, man. Y'all tap in with us. We back not next week. We back Thursday, man. Peace, y'all.
Thursday, man. Shout out.